Okay, business analysis and data analysis Nigeria. Thank you, Okiki. Welcome to the session. So I would like everyone to mute their mic so we don't get feedbacks from your end. It's very important so everyone else will understand and listen to what we are saying today. So today is a career experience project showcase for Amdari. So Amdari consultants are going to be sharing their projects today for you to see what they are doing, the kind of work and the jobs they are doing, the projects they are working on as data analysts, data scientists, and data engineers with Amdari. So if this is your first time of joining us, I'll be giving us a brief description of what Amdari does before we go into the main thing that brought us here, okay? So this is how the program is going to go, all right? First of all, we are going to be discussing project presentation by Amdari consultants and pathways to striving as a data professional and securing a job, which is very, very important. So if you're switching your career or you're new in data profession and you want to understand how to strive in data profession and how to secure a job, you're actually in the right place. We're also going to be telling you about the Amdari work experience internship. And we have a special offer for people that attended this session today. So you would like to really stick to the end of this session, right? Moving forward, I would like to introduce our co-founders. So, hi, Ganiyu. If you have a question, we'll take a question at the end of the session. So you would probably like to write your question down. So we'll take the question after this session and after the project showcase. Okay. So this is our co-founder, Efemina. Efemina has a wealth of experience in data ecosystem, data analytics, science, and engineering. Okay, Efemina has worked in UK, US, and Canada, and he's currently in Canada. He has worked in UK, he has worked in US. He has a wealth of experience in data analysis, and he also a co-founder of Tenalities. So if you've not heard Tenalities, Tenalities is an edtech company, a very popular edtech company that caters to data courses and data careers. And also he is a co-founder of Amdari as well. So he has wealth of experience working in global companies in data analysis as a data analytics manager, as a global business system analyst, business intelligence developer, and management and data analyst consulting. Okay, so he recently, currently he resides in Alberta, Canada. So now this is also our co-founder, Adeza. He's a technology expert, so he's also a co-founder of Tenalities and also Amdari. Okay, Adeza has helped over 2,850 persons with no prior tech background to transition into tech and to land their first job. So if you've not heard of Tenalities, these are the guys and the brain behind Tenalities, and they've done a wonderful job, helping career switchers and tech newbies to transition into tech seamlessly and to land their first jobs. So he has experience in data science, data analysis. He also works in UK and US. So he's also currently residing in Alberta, Canada. Now, so who is this girl that is hosting this session today? My name, like I said earlier, is Ozichi, and I am a growth and marketing professional with over half a decade experience. And I also use data to make informed decisions and increase business revenue growth. So I have experience in growth and product marketing. I have business and sales development experience in Coca-Cola, data entry specialist in Coca-Cola, and now I am currently an innovation and growth associate at Amdari. All right. So now that you've known about me and the co-founders of this program with their wealth knowledge and wealth experience in data analysis and tech in general, okay, what is Amdari and what does Amdari do? I'm sure you saw our ads, and that's why you came here. You are curious about knowing Amdari and what Amdari has to offer. So Amdari, it's an internship company, okay? What we do, we bridge the gap between your theoretical learning and gaining real-world experience by providing you with real-life, end-to-end practical and hands-on projects. So these projects are in data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, SOC analysis for those that are in cybersecurity, ethical hacking and penetration, governance, risk, and compliance. So how do we do that? We have, business, we have business partners span across UK, Canada, Ireland, and US, okay, that give us their unique business problems. And that is how we provide this, practical experience, these hands-on projects, real world projects, okay? So these business partners are tech startups across different countries that give us their unique business problems that our consultants work on. So now, if you are here and you have the notion that, if you have been online, you've had the notion that data career is saturated. A lot of persons are always saying it. So I will even ask us question. I would like to, like I said earlier, I would like us to have this session to be very, very engaging. If you believe that data career is saturated, give me a thumbs up. If you believe that data career is not saturated, give me a thumbs down. No, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, not raise your hands. If so, you believe that data career is not saturated. Nice. So if you believe that data career is saturated, give me a thumbs up. I want to understand. Okay. So everybody believes that data career is not saturated. Abdul, you believe it's saturated? No problem. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. We'll allow data. We are all data professionals, most of us here. So we'll allow data to actually tell us the truth about this career, if actually it is saturated or not. So here you can see the World Economic Forum. Okay, I remember World Economic Forum also predicted software engineering and tech startup being an in theme during COVID-19 and post COVID-19. Okay, and people probably some persons that were serious, when they were talking about how companies were going to like embrace automation in their in their businesses and the kind of jobs that are going to be in demand. Some persons took it serious. Some persons just saw it as just a prediction, okay? But what do we see today? A lot of companies are actually going into automation. Now they've come again to give us another job report. And this is what they have to say about the job report for 2025 to 2030. What are those careers that are going to be the end thing? What are those careers that are going to be the hot cake in the next decade? Data engineering, data analytics, and data science. Cybersecurity is there, business analysis is there. Now, they also give us jobs that are not going to be in demand, but our focus now are data engineering, data analytics, and data science. So for those that are thinking that data is becoming saturated or it's going down, I'm here to tell you that if you are in this career, you're actually in for a big thing. Why? I'll give you the reason why this is going to be the best career or the most sought after career in the next decade, okay? If you have not heard, he's saying that data is the new oil. Data is the new crude oil. And let me tell you, that is the reason why a lot of persons are fighting, companies are fighting to get your data. If they know how they eavesdrop all your discussion in your house, okay, they will do that. And that's the reason why there are regulations around data. Why do companies need data? They need data for a lot of things, to make predictions, to make, business, to increase business growth. Data is used for automation, okay? Now, AI also use data. When you go ahead to discuss with your friend of, oh, you want to buy GLK or you want to buy some type of clothes or you want to buy some eyeglasses, have you ever wondered why after having those discussions, right? You come online and the ads you will be seeing are exactly the discussion you had with your friend. Has it ever happened to you? If you've ever experienced that, give me a thumbs up. If you've experienced that, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, you've experienced that, right? Exactly. Or you find an ad online and you just felt like, okay, let me click on it and see what's going on. Just by clicking on it, the next 10 to 15 ads you'll be seeing are ads related to exactly what you just saw. That's algorithm. So they use your data to give you what you want. They streamline, your wants, they streamline your needs. They just watch you like a hawk. So every click you make is your data being stored and is used to, show you some ads, to make more sales for companies, to, run ads and all that. That is exactly what data is. So every company is looking for a way to get data. The more data you have as a company, the better your business, because it gives you more insight, okay, to understand your customers' language, to understand your customers' behavior, and then play along to increase your revenue. So data is very, very important. And trust me, like we say, these days, if you make an argument, people will always tell you, so where is the data? Because it's actually data is a fact. It's a raw fact that is being filtered and went through some manipulations, remove some redundancies, and then they bring out the real truth. You can't just come here and just give us stories from heaven. People now want to see facts. They want to see data before they believe what you're saying. So data is the new oil. So if you think that data is becoming saturated, trust me, it is not. Because every sector of business in the world, name it finance, e-commerce, consulting, food businesses, environmental companies, name it, it is inexhaustible. Every company, every known business you can think of needs data, and they want data like their life depends on it. Their success depends on it. Their business growth depends on data. So data is going nowhere. And that's the reason why they are telling us now that in the next few years, data, any data career, if you're in data career, data governance, data warehousing, data analytics, AI and machine learning, whatever it is you are, and it is data related, you are actually going to be the next hot cake. It used to be software engineering, but trust me, data is the new ball game when it comes to career pursuit. Okay. But now the problem is, why some persons probably said that data is saturated is because they're not able to get a job. And that's the truth. And that's the reason why you see a lot of persons saying data field is saturated. Everybody is doing data. Everybody is doing data analysis. They're doing data science. It's saturated. I can't get a job. I applied for 100 jobs. I can't get the job. But I'm going to tell you the reason why. If you've been searching for a job, 100 jobs, you apply for 100 jobs, you apply for 200 jobs, I will tell you why you're not getting the job. Okay? Now, this is the reason why you're not landing the role. You don't have real work experience. You don't have strong technical skills. Like I said, we don't give you information based on hearsay. We don't give you information based on the stories we heard on Reddit or the stories we heard on Twitter or the stories we heard on LinkedIn. This is a research that was carried out. And this is what tech recruiters are saying. That when you apply for jobs, what they are looking out for are candidates that have strong technical skills, candidates that have high quality of work, candidates that can be able to work more independently. So you're applying for a job and you don't know how to use Excel. You're not very competent in using Excel. You're not competent in using R or SQL. You don't have real work projects you've worked on, not capstone projects. You've not worked in a real work system, in a real job system, okay? And then you're applying for a job. Trust me, you are shooting yourself. There is no way you're probably going to get that job. Entry-level roles are now requiring you to have at least 6 months of experience, okay? And now we can also see it in this research that was carried out. This is data. This is not hearsay. Now, they asked why are entry-level roles require work experience? And as you can see, 75% of companies that posted job roles online are expecting you to have at least 6 months of experience. And trust me, let's just tell ourselves the truth. If you have an electrical issue in your house, okay, you have your socket has spoiled or you have wire disconnecting somewhere in your house, would you hire an electrical technician that is not competent in what they're doing? Let me even ask us the question. Would you hire an incompetent electrical technician? So if you have this electrical fault in your house and then you have like 3 persons, I'm going to give you a 3-person house, right? The first person is an electrical technician. He probably didn't go to school, but he learns electrical work and know how to find his way around and has been working as an electrician for the neighborhood, okay? For at least 6 months, 1 year, he has been, people can vouch that, okay, he knows what he's doing. Exactly. And then you have another person. He went online on YouTube to watch how to fix wires. He learns how to, differentiate between neutral and the other one. He learns how to fix sockets. But he has never done any job for anybody. He has never done real electrical work in anybody's house, even around the neighborhood. And then you have a third person, an electrical engineering graduate, that only project he has done was project he did in school. He has not worked on any real life project aside what he did in school. Out of these three persons, who would you hire to fix this electrical fault in your house? Just tell me in the chat. Who would you hire to fix this electrical fault in your house? Because sometimes it's good to have some retrospect, okay, to ask ourselves some questions. The first person, exactly. The electrical technician that have experience, that have been walking around the neighborhood, that people can vouch for, that he knows what he's doing. And the reason you would do that is because if you hire someone who does not have real world experience, who has not worked on any electrical issue before, two things will happen. Number one, he will do a bad job and that will lead to electrocution. I mean, it's very wrong. If he leads to electrocution, your family, yourself, you're in danger, okay? Or he will do a bad job that that can cause fire outbreak in your house. You know the dangers of this. And that's the reason why you will not hire someone who is incompetent. That is exactly the reason why companies are looking for people that have experience. You get that? That's the reason they're looking for someone that has strong technical skills. That's the reason they're looking for a candidate that can work independently. That's the reason they're looking for a candidate that can deliver high quality of work. Now that you understand this, do you still think that with the experience you have, if you were the owner of the company, you will hire yourself? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Some projects will give you what you need. If you're a CEO and you need a data analyst, would you hire yourself? That's the reason I always like people to do some retrospect. Let's ask ourselves a question. When it comes to tech, people feel like tech is different from the normal job people do every day. It's not different. The only difference between a tech person and an electrician or a mechanical engineer or a mechanic that work on your car is that they are using hardware tools. You are using a software tool. So imagine a mechanic that doesn't know how to use his own tools. You wouldn't want to drop your car for them to work on because they will give you more issues. That's the reason you apply for 100 jobs, 200 jobs. They look at your CV, they dump it. Because they look at the projects you've worked on, all the capstone projects you've worked on when you did your boot camp, all the capstone projects you worked on, you got from YouTube or the ones you got online. It does not really speak to the business problem. Okay? While you work on those capstone projects, hundreds of persons also worked on those capstone projects. Out of 200 applications, out of 200 CVs they are receiving, 120 persons probably worked on those projects. So tell me why they should hire you. Because obviously it's speaking that you don't have strong technical skill. That is what it speaks to. Okay? Now, so where are you going to get this experience? Where are you going to get this experience if companies don't hire you? Because let's face it, you need to work in a real world business setting. You need to work on real life projects for you to actually, have the strong technical skills, for you to gain soft skills, for you to be able to work independently, for you to be able to deliver quality work. You need to work in a real work system. But now companies are not going to hire someone who does not even have competence in using these tools. So where will you get this relevant work experience? Well, that is where Amdari comes in. Amdari Work Experience Internship. We have found the problem. People are complaining. There are no solutions, okay? We did our research. We found out, okay, what are companies looking out for? We go ahead and research it. We found, some research, asking tech recruiters, asking companies what exactly they are looking out for when they want to hire data professionals for entry-level role, for mid-level role. What are they looking out for? So we found these things, and then we, partner with some tech startups across different countries to bring about Amdari Work Experience Internship. Okay, but then, sorry, give me a minute. Give me a minute. But then how are you going to do that how are you going to get this job if you don't have strong technical skills? Okay. How will you get this job if you don't have strong technical skills? That is where Amdari comes in. That is the reason why we brought out this program, merge with real world businesses, tech startups across different, industries in different countries to bring about what we have today. But then, before we go into the real deal or what Amdari does or what Amdari is going to offer you, I'll be calling up our consultants, okay? That's our interns. We don't call them interns. They are consultants because the projects they are doing, it's not an internship type of project. They are not doing hypothetical projects. They are doing real life projects. So they are going to be sharing with us what they are doing, the projects they are working on. So I'm going to be calling on Lani. They're going to share their slide and walk us through the projects they are most excited about and the projects they are currently working on and what the project is about and what excites them about the project, they're gaining from their internship as well. So I will stop sharing my slides for Olani Saliu to share his slide. Is Olani you here? Hi,
Yes,
Olani.
yes, I'm here. Good
All
evening.
right. Good evening. So you can go ahead and share your slide. So Aladi is our consultant and he's working on projects for data analysis. So he's going to share his data analysis projects for us today. So go ahead and share your slide, Alani.
All right, thank you, Ozishi. All right, good evening, everyone. I'll be just give me like a few seconds to share my slides.
So
Please
while
let
you
me
share
know
your
if you can
slide,
see my screen.
all
Okay.
right, we can. All
All
right,
right.
definitely we can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. You wanted to say something?
No, don't worry. I was trying to engage them before you start. Okay, continue.
All right. Okay. So this is one of the real life data project that I worked on as a data analytic consultant in Amdari. And I tell you, it has been an exciting journey since I started. And as she said, one of the projects we are excited about. Well, I wouldn't say this is the one I'm most excited about. It's just one of them because as I keep working on each project, it's a different, exciting journey with each project all the time. All right. So without taking much of the time, I'll just introduce us to this project. Is a is a logistic company that delivers parcels across different locations, and the name of the company is Streamline Logistic Solutions. So the data was worked on in order to optimize order fulfillment. All right. So that's just a business introduction. Um, Streamline Logistics Solution has built our reputation on commitment to delivering exceptional services characterized by swift and dependable delivery of wide array of product across to customers nationwide. So the objective of the project was to analyze analyze the data in order to look for our customer satisfaction, also reduce order backlog, optimize their resources, and also reduce operational cost and improved efficiency. So from the data and findings, I will still share with us my Excel just to show us how we arrived at this. From the data, we will find this show that out of the total of 1,005, we have a total of 1,500 orders with an average delivery time of 151 minutes. And the delay time across across the delivery of all these 1,500 parcels was 14.51 minutes, less than 15 minutes. And also, according to the findings, we have a total um, out of the 1,500 delivery parcels. Sorry, order rather. 703 packages have been delivered so far. And so these delivery in progress numbers suggest a minor delay compared to the completed delivery because you can see that in progress delivery is at 767. Then also looked at our delayed average delay time by drivers. We looked at the top 10 drivers by delivery time, by delay time. The driver, the D86 driver has the most significant delay of all the drivers, followed by D44, and the remaining driver has an average delay ranging from 18 to average delay of 18 minutes. Then also we look at the hours of the day in which we have the highest delay rather, and the high delays occurred at 1 p.m. with an average delay of 15.94 minutes and another signal peak at about 10 o'clock. Then the low delays were observed between 2 p.m. with the average delay minute of 13 minutes. So let me just quickly show you the data and how we arrive at this finding. So this is just a summary of the dashboard. This is our data. I believe we can still see my screen, please. So this is our data. Okay, thank you. This is the data was transformed into a table, and also the analysis done where the where these the other we the delivery other status overview. We look at our top 10 drivers in terms of average of delays, and also we look at the routes, or sorry, the routes rather, in terms of which route experience the highest delay, and also we look at the resources allocated allocation rule expedited allocation rule rather, and also we look at our customer feedback. What is our customer saying about us? And also we look at the different cities. So this gave us the dashboard. This is just the summary of the dashboard, which shows all the data that were analyzed, and also the filters which help us to, you know, to interact with this dashboard. For example, if I want to look at a particular day, I can um, I can select. Let's say I want to look at a particular day, hour of the day rather. I can select this. Sorry, my screen is showing a bit in smaller view. Okay. All right. If I want to look at the zone, I can select zone 2, for example, and this interact with my dashboard and everything change automatically. So these just slicers from that I use to interact with the dashboard. So I go back to my Power BI. Sorry, that's a Power BI now. To my Excel rather, to my PowerPoint rather. So further findings shows that the average delay range across all routes is relatively narrow, which is between 13 minutes to 14.85 minutes, indicating consistent inefficiencies. Then also a look at the average delay across the city. We have this from city A to city E. The average delay across the city ranges from 14 minutes to 15 minutes. This also indicates consistent performance, because city E has the highest average delay. Then also, customer is king. We, as we always say, we try to gather information from our customers from the data. We see that, okay, what is our customer saying about us? This shows that, well, there's not much difference between the three group of feedback we have, which is range from positive, negative, and neutral. But we can see that our negative feedback is higher than the positive feedback, and also the neutral is almost at the close range. All right, so for further findings, we look at also the vehicles used in conveying some of these parcels. We use bike, van, and truck. So we can see that the bike has the highest delay, while the truck has a slightly lower delay time, but the vehicle has the lowest delay time. So this is just a summary of the dashboard. Another interesting thing I want to share with us is a ad hoc report. Which one of the things the this ad hoc report? I'm just trying to move fast because of time, so that other people can also present. The ad hoc report is just a summary of our report, of the data rather, is before doing the dashboard. Let's say, for example, well, this is actually done by using an office script, by writing an office script, which I would like to show us just a brief example of it in the next few minutes. So this is just let's say this data keeps coming in every month or month on month basis. You can quickly have a quick summary using office script before you even dive deep into doing an extensive analysis or presenting a dashboard. So before I just run us through, let me just quickly show us how the office script is being run. It's one of the things I also learned while doing this project. Okay, so this is my example. Please, can we still see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen. We can see it.
And I hope I'm communicating and we understand what I'm trying to show us. All right, so
Yeah.
this is just the data after transforming to a table. I just want to quickly run us through a office script for a sample, how it's being done. So with my data, I go to automate. It's one of the new things I learned in Excel. Kudos to Hamdari. Uh, I thought I knew Excel not until I saw office script. I said, wow, we learn new things every day. So for example, if I want to run an overview report of these, I can just quickly I want to represent something like this as a summary of my report. So I can just quickly say, let me just add a new sheet. But before you do that, you press on record. So this record every steps you take in arriving at that ad hoc report. So the moment you do that, all the steps you take are recorded, and once you save it, you can share that. It's saved into your OneDrive. You can share that with your fellow data analyst or data analytics group, or even your boss at work or supervisor, so that anytime that report comes and you're not available, they can run that script and easily generate that report. So once I click on record, so my steps will be recorded from here. So what I want this to do is, okay, from this table, I want to create a new sheet, which you might not necessarily do. You can just scroll to one side and do your ad hoc report here, but I just like it to be in a new sheet entirely. So I'll just create a new sheet. So we can see here, it said added worksheet. So the step-by-steps have been recorded. So what I want to do is the summary of my report is I want to have a completion, other completion rates in percentage. So here, all my other completion rate will just be equals to, you input your formula. So what I do is equals to county. Because my data is in a table already, I can just quickly call up my table here. Then what is my range? The data range I want to use is the order status. And also we want to look at the one, so the criteria is completed. Sarah, are you still following me? I just quickly want to show us that.
Yes, yes.
All right. Then what is the value? If so I'll call up my table again. Me. So this gives me in percentage. So our order completion rate is 49%. So if I want to look at the average delivery time, let me just try to move fast because of time. Average delivery time. Sorry, pardon my spelling. So look at our average. I call up my table. Then I look at my delivery time in minutes. I close the bracket. Pardon me. So a minute is 151, just like I showed us earlier. Then I can look at average delay time. So this is also average, a formula. I call up my table again. Which column? The column is my delay in minutes. So I can just format these. So every steps I've been taking, if you look at to the right of my screen, you can see that every step being taken is being recorded just on this pane. So you can see step by step. So just because of time, let me just quickly do a chart. Let's say I want to do the customer feedback now. So I know in my customer feedback, I have positive, I have negative, and I have neutral. So before you do it's something like this, you just make sure that you already have a picture of what you want your report to look like, and you can always modify. But also observe that because you will not have because it's being recorded, you will not be making a lot of mistakes. So we want to know the percentage of each of these feedback. So my data, I call up my table again, delivery data. Which column? The column is customer feedback. You can just type it, then it pops up. Yeah. what is my criteria is this. Then I call up my data again. The value now is customer feedback. Oh, sorry. I think there's a mistake in my table there, in my formula rather. Pardon me. Oh, okay. Let me just take that again. Just a moment. This won't take long. If this is positive, then okay, so this is it. I want it in percentage, so I can just fill it down. So because of time, let me just quickly run this. So let's say this is my hard doc report. I'll just try then. If I want to represent any of these in chart, I can just pick on this, insert the chart, and let me just pick a bar chart for example. Let me put it here. So you can do as much as you want, but just to save time, you format your chart in the way you want it to appear. I don't want this there. Okay. I can give my chart a title, the data label. You can always use a chart of your or the whatever charts you like actually. So I just wanted a customer feedback. All right, let me just leave it at this. So I format it to the size. I can have a title. Let me match it. So I can name it my hard doc report. So you can do all the format you want, all the steps will be recorded. So let's say I'm done with this now. This is just the brief ad hoc report I want to be getting from my data each time I get it. So once you do that, you just say stop. Let's say this is the end of it. I just say stop. Once I click on stop, the script, I can save it. I have a lot of script already, so I can just save it as you give it a name you want. Um, sorry. So let me give it let's say stream. Let me just name it stream. So this script is saved already. So I can just minimize this. Then I can look for a data. So if you get your new data again, let me just call up a data now. So once you have a data, the same data comes in the following month. Hold on, please, just a second. Okay, so let's say this data. Oh, okay. I think I have the same thing. Hold on again. Just a moment. Okay, let me just quickly duplicate this because of time. So for example, you have a new data comes in. Oh, sorry. So let's say these are new data. I can just click on my automate. Once I click on it, the stream, the the script I wrote earlier, which is this. Once I click on it and I say run, it's run successfully without any error. And here is my hard doc report. So you can always do these. You can do as many as you want in terms of how you want your summary of a report to be. And once that script is saved and you share with anybody that has access to the data, maybe you're on leave and nobody wants to work on that, someone who wants to work on that data and they need a hard doc report, even far away from office, you can even run it and send to the person to get the hard doc report. I hope that's clear to us. All right. So just to finish the PowerPoint presentation. So from the from the findings, we're able to gather this insight that for other backlogs and delay, out of the $1,500, there are 767 backlogs overall. This is unhealthy for business and create more causes for complaints. So we can always see the reason why our customers are giving us feedbacks. Then the average delay time for hot delivery was 14 minutes, about 14 minutes, 51 seconds, although it appears minor, but it can be improved. Then, though the delays fluctuate with narrow range from 13 to 15 minutes, thereabouts, but this suggests consistent operational inefficiencies. Then also for our route allocations and route performance, Route 3 has the longest delay, while Route 5 has the shortest. This could be due to higher traffic volume or complex infrastructural or operational bottlenecks. Then also we find out that there are variations in delay times in allocation rules with expedited rules resulting in the highest delay. And this is even more critical because you say some rules are expedited, but yet we have more delays in the one that has the higher priority. So that means something is not working fine. Then from the customer feedback, as earlier said, the live percentage shows that our customers are not happy. So this needs to be addressed. So these are just a few recommendations I made to improve the business rather. Have a dynamic timetable to distribute tasks more equally throughout the day and better correspond with peak delay period. Understanding of the timing where there are more delays, then we should push out more deliveries when we know that the time is more favorable. Then also vehicle maintenance, regular vehicle maintenance of all vehicles and possibly upgrade vehicles so that we focus our operations and it helps us improve our efficiency. Then training, the drivers that has the most delays require further training and also and also comprehension and planning aid can also help them to minimize delays. Then for customer feedback, on the customer feedback, we know that we have a higher negative feedback. So we address the frequent problems by using neutral and negative customer feedback to improve it. Also setting a goal to improve feedback to about 40% and really improve feedback to get 50%. Then route allocation optimize the routes, especially the route that has highest delay, Route 3, to identify why the delays are happening and also implement efficient routing strategies. Then the factors contributing to the lower delays in some other routes, like Route 5, should be replicated for successful passes in other routes. Then also, a need to review the allocation rules to see that it is effectively, utilized so that delays are minimized. So these are just a few recommendations I made for the projects after working on it, on the data rather after working on it. So I think that's that for now. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wow, that was really. Please, can we just give him a round of applause? That's really wonderful, mind blowing. That's very,
Thank you
very
very
mind
much.
blowing. So, in the space of how many months now have you been working with Amdari?
I started in January actually.
You started in January, and you've already done a lot. You can do some presentation. You know how to walk yourself through the slides. That's a lot. Congratulations, Ali.
Thank you very
Sorry,
much. Thank you very
congratulations.
much.
You did a great job.
Thank
So we'll
you.
be calling up the next person to present for us, Busayo. So Ali, you can stop sharing your screen now.
All right, I'll do that straight away. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. So Busayo is going to present for us now. Busayo, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me
Okay.
clearly?
Yes, yes, yes. So Bisaya
Okay,
is the data science consultant, and she'll be sharing her data science projects that she's worked on for us today. So you can take the floor.
okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Busayo Ajayi. I am a data scientist at Amdari. So today, I'm so excited to present my project on stock uh, analysis. Stock analysis. So the goals, I'm going to share my screen with us. Of course, the project is heavy for the time, but I will manage the time. Hmm. The project is is heavy, so but I will try. I'll manage the time to so that I will rush through it. So the goal of this project is to provide data-driven insights that can enhance decision making and drive business impacts. So I will walk you through the key findings like methodologies, the acts and methodology and actionable recommendation for the project. So I'm sharing my slides. Can you all see my slide? Hello?
Yes, you can see your slide.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. So the topic for this my project is stock market and fundamental analysis with machine learning. A data science project for stock market. Of course, it's a teamwork
Hi,
between
Bisaya.
high.
Hi, Bisaya. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you click on slideshow so that it will show the bigger screen at the top of your screen? Up top right, at the right side, slideshow. Click on slideshow. Yes, click on it. Yes, exactly. Uh-huh. So you can
Okay,
use the buttons. Yeah, exactly.
okay,
Exactly. All right,
okay,
thank you.
okay, no problem. Thank you so much. So this, as I was saying, it's a teamwork between the three of us. We started the intern together at Amdari last year. So the executive summary. So I will rush through it because of the time. The executive summary of the project. The company is a Prime Incorporate. So the Prime Investment is a global investment firm facing challenges in missing key stock opportunity due to inefficient decision making. So the content now that they want us to do for us then, this project is aimed to predict the stock direction up and down of Postal and Gambling and Johnson and S&P 500, which is the benchmark. If you know, if you are familiar with a stock market, to understand all these things. So using machine learning model, is we could stock data for March 2nd, 2010 to February 28th, 2024 was downloads using Y Finance library. So two model SGBoost and LSTM were trained and evaluated. So now these are some technologies that we use, the tools that we use. So the programming language that we use Python. Python is a very powerful tool. So we use data for data analysis and visualization. We use NumPy, Panda, Matplotlib, Sibo. For machine learning, we use Skitla, the XGBoost, LSTM, TensorFlow, and so on. Development of function and control. We use Git and GitHub. For interactive analysis, we use Google Colab Note, and then Jupyter Notes. For the data sources, we use Yahoo Finance API. So that is what we use to scrape our data from the Yahoo Finance. So another thing that we use is MFlow. MFlow is another powerful tool that it can make the work very easy for us. So the data overview, stock selection. So the stock selection now, we have to select because we want to help them to be able to decide which of the market that they, which of the stock that they should go for. So the primary stock market that we select is Procter and Gamble. The second one, the competitor is J Johnson and Johnson. Then the benchmark S&P 500, which is America benchmark. So the details of the data sets, the size of the data set is 3,522 rows by 8 column. The time range from 2010 to 2024. The feature for the feature, the column or the data set is closed, and so on, as you can see it on the screen. So the quality of the data is okay. The minimum missing value and no significant outlier there. So we still went further for feature engineering. So additional column were added like return, tomorrow, and stock direction to capture the price movements. So this one, the screen that we are seeing now is a exploratory data analysis, which is EDA. So all this graph was so some significant feature to decide. So the daily return, which is the histogram that we saw of this one, we have to compare the three stock markets together. PG, which is Procter and Gamble, and then JNJ, which is Johnson and Johnson, and S&P, which is S&P 500, the benchmark for America stock market standard. So after compare it, we discover that the return, the histogram histogram reveal that the majority of the daily return for PG, NG, and S&P are centered around zero, which is with a few extremely value. So as we can see here, so the second one, that is volatility. PG showed moderate volatility with a strong correlation of 0.97 with because we are comparing it with the benchmark of SP 500. So we went further to use this one with a scatter plot. The scatter plot so the trading volume and the return. The trading volume and the return. So this one, the analysis of the following trends help. It will help assist to predict power and risk profile of each stock. It helps analyze the relationship between trade volume and daily return for a stock. That is to say, the higher the volume, the higher the return, or the lower the volume, the lower the return. So the fourth one, the rolling statistic of the day. This rolling statistic, the standard deviation provide insights into the stock risk profile over time. This one, yeah. Can everybody see my screen? Hello.
Yes, yes, we can see your screen. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Thank you. So this one, this graph here, so the stock performances. We compare the stock performance, the return of the performances of the three stock markets, PG, JLJ, and GSP, which is a benchmark. This is the return. This one is the return. I can show us from because I use Matplotlib. Matplotlib is an interactive tool, so I can only interact with it on the workloads. So Now, with all this EDA, we now draw a comparative analysis, comparative analysis from the three metrics. So the three metrics is PG, JLJ, and SP 500. We are setting the SP 500 as our benchmark, as our standard. So we are only compare PG and JLJ for our investor. So the S and P is benchmark. Now let's move on from the comparative analysis. So I will rush it so that we can understand this. So this is the data driven insights recommended for the prime incorporate. From the analysis that we do, this is the table. Now, the performance, which is annual analysis return percentage. This one, PG is 11%, NG is 11%, our benchmark is 12%. Now, insights, PG and JP have nearly identical return, which is 11%, slightly lower than the S&P, 12%. This indicates that both stocks have performed similarly and closely tracked to border markets. The border market is S&P. Now, the second one, risk. We are looking into the risk, which is volatility. So if you look at this one, we discover that all this volatility, they are the same. They all have the same volatility. All the three have identical volatility. So this suggested that if sorry, this the effectors should consider other factors such as dividend, sector specific trend, and fundamental reports. Since volatility alone, that is, we cannot use only volatility alone to judge. So we need to consider something from the fundamental reports of the company. Now, the third one is risk adjustment. This is risk adjustment. You can see the adjustment PG as 0.64. So because of time, I think you can see it now. You can see it. I will just be browsed through the insights. So the insights here is a higher Sheffield ratio indicates better risk adjustment return. Here, the NJ have the higher one, the highest one. So NJ is the best one here. You know that we are compared. We want to choose for our customer. So NJ has the best, meaning it provides the highest return per unit of the risk. PG slightly outperform, but the two of them are closely compared to the benchmark. Liquidity, so the average daily follow. So PG 8.85, like the same thing. This PG JNJ 8.7. The benchmark 3.9 billion. The inside, the PG has higher liquidity than JNJ, meaning it is easier to enter and exit position in the index. Both position in the index, you can come in, you can come out at any time that you want. So the 51 consistency, the update of the stock markets. Now PG has 55.3, JNJ has 51, then S&P has 54. So insights, the PG and PG has more positive day of 52 compared to JNJ 51. This suggested that the PG provide more consistent daily gain, if you go for it. The sixth one, extreme price movement, mass daily gain and loss for stock markets now on this the two stock markets, mass daily gain and mass daily loss. So P and G, P and G, the P and G has a 12% of daily gain. It has the highest. And then P and G also has the lowest daily loss. So that is to say, is the perfect one on the area of the price movements. P and G is the perfect one. So the insight, the higher P&G has the highest single day daily gain, which is this, and lowest minimum daily loss, which is this. So from this, you can consider that, okay, for conservative investor, low risk stability, so PG is the best option due to the balancing of daily loss, stable return, and decent risk adjustment from all our analysis from up. So we can compare the three together, we can compare the two together, and we use our S&P 500 as a benchmark to be able to choose. So now we concluded that PG is the best. Now coming to our model, reading the model and evaluate the metrics. So two primary models were used to predict stock direction up and down for PG. Now we still say PG. We've dropped the remaining stock markets. Now the model that we use SD Boost, then LSCM. Now the model performance is evaluate we using accurate and classification report metrics. Cross-validation is also performed to get more robust estimates of performance. Now, these are the outcome, the output of our test of the evaluation. You can see our model, SD Boost and LSCM. The SD Boost gives us the train accuracy of 0.99, which is very, very robust. Very, very robust. In fact, at times you will be doubting that, can this one possibly? Yes, it's possible, because we did some other, we went further to do some other examination on it to make it be certain that, okay, this is true. So the test accuracy, and then we have the cross validation. We have the cross validation standards, deviation, and the mean. Now, I talk about MF flow from the tool that we use. MF flow is a very powerful tool. So I told you that we use a lot of metrics to get it right. So MF flow make it very, very easy for us to track the experiment. So instead of us to be going one by one, if you use MF flow to track your experiments, you get it at once. Now, we only use two model. So this is the two model that we use here. And this is the parameter that we use for SD Boost. For LSCM effort, the effort that we use is 20. Then the metrics and the follow. The follow. This is the follow here. This is the metrics. So MF flow, if you use 10 model, all the 10 we saw here, You don't need to be, and you can even share this one with anybody. So you don't need to go back to your Google Colab, your notes to go and be checking it one by one. So you can use this one to track it. Then we can use, hello, are you with me?
Yes, you have 5 minutes,
Yes, we are with you.
Sayo. We are with you.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
just summarize.
So from this place also, this validates this area, this artifact is also validates our the model before deploying. So this place, this is where we prepare our deployments, our app. You can see that everything that I use, if I show you my notes, my code, all these things are there. So I don't want to be going there and be, I don't need to be going to your collab and be showing it one by one, but everything will be on this MF flow. So the this is okay. I ran this thing 3 times. So I told you that we also use some metrics to validate um, to validate that okay, this is there is no overfitting on our model. So from this now, these are the things you can see how many things that we want on here. So if I want to check, I don't need to go to my collab to my notes again. I can easily get anything, any value that I want here. So that is why I say MF flow is so powerful. It helps you track the experiment that you have done in your so from all this thing now, um, now let me go back to my model. No, now we concluded that since we have robust, the two model that we use is very very robust. It demonstrates robustness, uh, uh, it demonstrates robotic predictive power and generalized ability. So we can actually choose any of this model for our app. We can choose any of the model for our app because both of them are so powerful. So now we can focus on any of them. Now the insights for stock markets, so we can based on our data alone. Now we need to go deeper to a financial report of the company. So after go deeper to the financial reports, we scrape the financial report of the company. This is the table. This is the comparison that we have. This is the table. Like we check the dividend, market behavior, total asset, the net income, revenue. We generated everything like this. Now, from this now, with the EDA and the insights that we derive from EDA, we compare the two together, then we give the insights for our investor, the poster and gamble. Poster and gamble is the best. They have strong brand portfolio and consistent demand for customers goods. Lower revenue than JNJ, but stable cash flow and dividends from our table. Good choice for long-term dividend investor. So PG tend to perform better during market crash due to demand for essential. You can see here that the under the sector is a consumable step. So no, nevertheless, it will still go. I will show you something from the program so that you can understand. PG has the highest uh, PE ratio, meaning it is price higher relative to N. It's price higher relative to N. the take home for the company. So for conservative investor, PG is lower volatility, stable dividend, long time growth. So it's better compared to JNG. Go for it. Now I recommend focusing on further optimization and deploying the SG boost model for the stock prediction. Of course, we predict the stock. I will briefly show it to us. So this for diversification, split split investment across PG, which is stability, and then GNG, X growth, and S&P 500 broad exposure. That is, you can actually split. If you don't want to take the risk, you can actually split their investments into the three stock markets. So yeah, yeah, for the sake of, we use learning curve here.
Sorry, I have 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done already. I want to show us the forecasting. So I usually do forecasting here, but we can't put it on since we've not built up for it. So we forecasted for 40 days, which is 2 weeks. So after forecasting, you can see we use PG. This our. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can
My
see your screen. Yes.
Yes. So this we focused it for 2 weeks. You can see up and down. Up. We can see here up, down, 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 down. Then up, down, down, down. So when you use PG, PGs actually have the tendency to have higher up day, up day. So for 14 days now, like 9 days is up day, 5 days is down day. So this is the end of our projects on stock market analysis, which is time series analysis. Thank you so much.
Wow, this is. I'm speechless. I would say I'm speechless. Please, can we just give her a round of applause? I'm very, very speechless because trust me, if I want to invest money in stocks now, so I know I can go for PG. It's very explanatory, very like you did a very good job, Busayo. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. So this is the kind of project you guys are working on. It's not easy.
Thank
Like if I see this normally on a normal day, I'll be scared because I will not understand how people come about the graphs, the dots, and everything because I'm scared of mathematics. Sorry, but the way you guys
you.
did it, it looks as if it's so easy. Like this
Yeah.
is this is this is very, very mind blowing. Thank you so much for this presentation. Like
You are
I'm
welcome. I'm
speechless.
I'm
I'm
happy
speechless.
to I'm happy. I didn't regret my join. I'm Dari, honestly.
Wow.
I didn't regret. I still have a lot, a lot. I started November last year. I still have a lot of amazing projects.
Are you
I have a
serious?
lot of amazing projects.
This is a
Amazing
mind
projects.
stock market project. This is a mind blowing project. Like this
Yes.
is a mind. You made me understand how stock market works, how it's analyzed. So now, if I want to invest my money, I already know I'm going for P and G. I even wrote it down. Funny enough, as if you actually want, as if I want to invest in stock. Thank you so much.
You're
Wow.
welcome. So,
We
hello,
are going
please.
to call it there.
I want to close my. I'm sorry. I want to close my.
Press escape, ESC on your
Eh?
screen. If you press
What?
escape,
SQ.
ESC on your laptop, you see where they wrote ESU at the left side of your
Okay.
laptop. Exactly.
Hmm.
Then you can close your slide.
Thank you.
Click on where you shared your slide and just that place you shared your slide. Exactly. Click on it and then stop presenting. Exactly. Wow. Thank you so much, Busayo.
You're
So we are going to
welcome.
call up the last person, data engineer to come and share her project for us. Like, you guys are making me go crazy with this project. It's like I will have to go into data analysis, data science. Let's see who's going to win, because I'm beginning to enjoy data with the way you guys are presenting. So I'm going to be calling up Shakira to share her screen and show us the projects they've been working on data engineering. So you guys really want to stay to the end, because I'm enjoying this session. If you're enjoying this session, give me a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the project so far, give me a thumbs up, please. Thank you. So Shakira, you can share your screen.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Please let me know when you can see my screen. Sorry, a minute, please.
So why Shakira share her screen? So guys, I know a lot of persons are asking how many weeks it takes to work on this project, right? We are going to get into it, how we come about this project, how I'm carry you on as you work on this project, and the lots of gain you'll be getting from our internship. So imagine you are a recruiter now and you meet Busayo or Saliu. Wouldn't you want to employ them with what they've done so far and the tools they've used and the confidence they're using to present the projects they've worked on? All right, I will allow Shakira to continue.
Yeah.
Shakira, you may want to click slideshow. Click slideshow at the top of your screen so you can start sharing it. At the top of your screen, up.
Okay, we actually expanded it over here, so I just have to do an escape on that.
Okay. At the top of your screen, close to animations, just click slideshow so it can show you the slide. No. Close to animations. Up, go up. Where you have insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow. Click on slideshow. Slideshow. No. Yes, click on it. Yes. Then click from the beginning. From the beginning.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can you see it now?
It's coming. Click on from the beginning again. I think it hasn't happened.
Yeah, because I'm actually expanding the way. Same thing. Sorry. How about
from
now?
The beginning.
Same thing,
Okay,
right? I think I'll just
yes.
I'll just expand from here. Don't worry.
Okay, no problem. All right.
Apologies on that. Can't tell this
problem.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So yeah, basically, yeah, just like my colleagues, to discuss one of the projects that I've been working on at Andari. And for my own end, I'll be speaking to streaming data from Reddit using Kafka, Spark, and MongoDB. So yeah, my name is Jimo Shakirat, and I'm currently a data engineering consultant at Andari. So I'll go straight to basically what we're here to talk about. So first things first, the business overview. This particular project talks about Trend Marketing Agency, and it's a digital-driven marketing firm that specializes in consumer behavior analysis, and they basically target social media trends and advertising strategies. So basically, they need this real-time information insight to be able to optimize their campaign, find a way to improve their customer satisfaction, and at the end of the day, maximize their return on investment. So this analysis in terms of real time is actually quite important for the agency. Now, going into the business problem, today they have quite a number of problems, but I'll just be limited to this one. So we have the insufficient data processing, where they have slow data processing, which in this case leads to delay in obtaining the necessary insights you want to get from that particular data. Secondly, there's a part that has to do with the limited real-time analysis. So basically, because of the fact that the data processing is quite slow, you're unable to get real-time analysis on what requires to be on the particular information that is required to be obtained at real time. And this lag would result in loss of leads and basically diminished competitive advantage against the other guys in the market. Now we also have the part of the disparate data set where these informations are stored in silos. So if you have real time, it's one thing to have your information in real time, and it's another thing to have this information, but then they're in different silos. So basically, they're not integrated into one another, and because of this, they really cannot have an holistic view of their customer behavior. Now, the last one here would be to inability to scale. Now, as volume of data keep increasing, they have issues with the fragmented system, and they have to struggle to keep up with getting this information and also having to make decision as well. Now, going into the objective, basically what they're trying to object, or what this particular agency is trying to achieve, is to build a real-time streaming pipeline for their informations of their users from Reddit. Now, basically, they want to be able to automate getting this particular information in real time. Now, getting it in real time is a Reddit API that is being used. That's the one part. Now they have the part where they want to enable high-speed processing. So immediately they're getting this information, they want the information to be worked on almost immediately. Now, there's a part of improved marketing strategies. Now, immediately you get the information, it's being processed, you want to make decisions on it, and you want to make, based on these decisions, you want to make sure that you're improving your marketing strategies based on what you've been able to extract from the real-time information. So overall, what we're trying to achieve for this particular agency is to make sure that they now have records being streamed real-time, and these records are no longer in silos, but then they're integrated into one another. That's basically what you want to achieve for this particular information. Now, I'm going to go to the tech stack that was used. GitHub was used, which is more like used for version control. We had Spark. Spark was used, and this was used because of the fact that, you know, how real time, especially the fact that we're dealing with Reddit API. I think I mentioned that because of the fact that Reddit was used and involves people sending in different comments or different posts about a particular topic, it means that this data will keep increasing as the time goes by. So you need something to be able to help you process this large data set, and that's where Spark comes in. Now we have the Python, which is purely used for the scripting, data extraction, clean, and transformation. Then we have the Kafka. So the Kafka in this case served as the messaging system. So when you're getting the information from Reddit API, something has to serve as a system that would accept each of this information and stream it, basically. And that's what the Kafka does. It basically accepts the information and then proceed to consume it, publish it, and also does some streaming as well. Now we have MongoDB. MongoDB is where you get to store the information for the particular records that you're getting and the particular records you have carried out necessary analysis on as well. Then the other ones we used was the draw.io, which was used in just carrying out the architectural diagram, more like how the flow of the process should look like and should go through. And then we have the part where we have Docker. Docker was used, and this was able to allow to containerize the different applications and services that was used. So you have them in just one container, several containers, but not like you have them separately. And that's what the Docker was used for. Going on to the next slide. Here we're going to discuss the system architecture. So basically, what you can see here is just purely a flow diagram that states how the information is being obtained and how the information is being worked on. So I'll spend a little bit of time here just so that we all can understand. So the Reddit API is where the source of the data, that's where you get the information from. And that's where you, like I mentioned, you have comments, you have posts, you have so many things that you can have and different topics that you want to get information on real time. So it means that as you're putting in your comments, or as user A is writing the comments and user B is responding to that comment, that information is required. So, and that's where the real time comes in. So Reddit API will be used to extract comments and post in real time. Then we go to the Kafka. So the Kafka has certain portions. Kafka stands alone, but then there's a Kafka producer, there's a Kafka consumer, and then there's a zookeeper. So the zookeeper is like the ones in charge of the producers and the consumers, sort of. So, but then all in all, they speak to Kafka. So it means that if you're working with Kafka, you have to proceed to make sure your zookeeper service is on, and then your broker services are also on as well. What this means is that when information is extracted from the Reddit API, it goes directly to the Kafka. Kafka then produces it, and then the zookeeper also assists in getting, because you have to create, when you're bringing in the information into Kafka, you have to create like a topic. So that topic, each of those topics are expected to now have different sub brokers, sort of. So sorry if I'm saying some certain terms, but what this is all about is just that the Kafka basically does the accepting of the information, in this case, the streaming part. Now we go into the Apache Spark. So because of the fact that the records can be quite large, and Kafka is like storing the records that you're getting at that period. I'll use the word storing, but I'll use it very like carefully. That information is being stored sort of, and then Apache Spark basically allows you to process and analyze it. So Kafka is only doing the collection. It's actually used when you're dealing with real-time analysis. And in this case, it's being moved on to Spark. Spark, that you can use Spark to process it, analyze it, make some necessary transformation that you want, do some necessary filtering as the case might be, and then move it to MongoDB. Now, MongoDB basically just serves as your database. It's a no SQL DB, and it just allows you to store your records, and you can then use that for easy retrieval for future analysis. So if you want to do some charts, if you want to do some presentation about what has been obtained, it means you have a database to extract this information from, and you don't have to go ahead and start speaking to Reddit API. It means that if any other person from any other team, more like an analyst or something, wants to speak to it or draw visuals from it, they go directly to the MongoDB to extract this information and then can visualize whatever it is that has been obtained. Now you can see this boat-like, fish-like sort of, or boat-like, is where the Docker comes in. So what Docker does is that for each of these different services, is to containerize it and then allow it to be in like one environment. So that way you don't have to keep calling them differently. You basically just speak to all of them in your in your Docker. So now GitHub basically is not mentioned here, but this is where all your version controls, you send your what you have done along most times, so that you have the recent information. So yeah, I have explained this part, which is the solution overview. Real-time data collection, this is where Ready comes in. Kafka is where you publish and consume your data. Your Spark is where you clean, transform, and analyze. And then your MongoDB is where you process or receive this information. You would store the information, and then Docker is basically where you just deploy what you have. So I can't go through my entire code here, but I'll just do like a snippet. So I did like screenshots to just explain what has been done and how it was done. I try my best to really go deeper. So first thing first, I know I mentioned something around Docker and what we had done. What I had done was to create a Docker Compose file where all the different services that I was going to use were already like specified. So remember I mentioned I was using Kafka. I was also going to use Zookeeper because it comes off in Kafka. Then the MongoDB alongside, alongside Spark. All of this I'll use the word were stored on this YML file, and that's what makes it the Docker Compose we're talking about. And the next part, or the next diagram you can see here, was the Reddit _data.py, and this is the script that basically allows you to extract your data from Reddit. So you have to provide all this necessary information, provide the IDs, because you're speaking to an API, so you have to provide the necessary information. And for I don't want to go too technical, but to be able to extract information from Reddit using Python, you have to use the praw, and this allows you to just allow you to get information. Now, one thing is to get the information, one thing is to pass it to the broker, and one thing is to now produce it so you can then speak to, so Kafka can then do what is expected to do. So at this point here, you just have to do the necessary connection, create a topic. Remember I mentioned that if you want to work with Kafka, you have to like create a topic so that this topic will then speak to a particular set of information that you're trying to stream in. So you have to like create a topic, do your checks if the topic has been created. If the topic has been created, you then proceed to extract the information from Reddit, the API you got, and then move it to Kafka. So I really wish I could show like a scenario, but this information is just obtained exactly from Reddit, and you would see it getting the information. And because we're dealing with just comments here, not posts, it means that you get the body of the comment, you get the author name of the comments, and then you get the score. Score basically just means number of upvotes or downvotes that are related to that comment. So all of this information is extracted and then moved to Kafka, and then Kafka then produces it. Now the next one that we would be talking about, according to the script, would be the create consumer .py. So basically, remember that we had done just two sections, which is Reddit API and then Kafka. Now we have the Apache, and then we have the Spark, and then we have the MongoDB. So in this case, because the information we're getting is just purely the title, and yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, if you're dealing with API from Reddit, for example, you have to specify the topic of the topic you want to be able to extract the information from. So that topic we talked about, the topic was around politics. I'm not sure if the screenshots is actually here, but it's around politics. So the information extracted was purely for politics. So in this case, what we did now is that the information you've gotten, then do some analysis on it. But first things first, you have to connect to, you have to do some configurations for Spark, and then proceed to do some analysis on the data that you've obtained, which in this case, the analysis was purely just to convert it to a certain data type. It's that's integer text, and then do like a checker of if it was not empty, basically. And that's what the analysis that was carried out on. Then when this was formatted and transformed, it then moved to the MongoDB, which in this case just have to move it to your MongoDB. And all of this, remember, all of this were done on Docker. So it means that whatever it is that you're seeing right here was around Docker, not necessarily installing it on your own personal PC. It's more like you have a container and then carry out the necessary analysis in your container. Now, by the side here, it's just like an example of a screenshot here from MongoDB, just to show that, okay, this particular stuff has been inserted into the DB, and you can say it. So like I said, if whatever information that is required for this would then have to be extracted by someone who would want to do some visualization or necessarily get information around what people are talking about and what people have about a particular topic or a particular opinion. So yeah, that's basically more like a snippet of the code. Then we'll go into conclusion. So conclusion here was that at the end of the day, we were able, based on the architecture that we had explained earlier and we had also implemented, we were able to showcase that the real-time streaming was possible, in the sense that now we can be able to get records directly from Reddit API as it is coming in. Kafka gets to process it, produce it, and then you have Apache to work on it before you then move it to the MongoDB. So all of this was achievable, and at the end of the day, there was faster data processing, because now you don't have to wait a particular time to go pull all this information out. It's happening on a real time. Now the architecture involved, because we had done a thorough system architecture to confirm what exactly could work and what exactly could not work. This basically assisted in making sure that whatever implementation we finally ended up doing was a scalable one in terms of architecture. Now data quality was also top notch, because now they have all the information regarding a post, and then they can make actionable insight. They can make decisions based on the information, and anyone who's going to visualize the information on MongoDB database would obviously now have the right set of data. It's one thing to have data and then you can't even extract anything from it. And however, it's one thing to have data and be able to extract what you really need and what you don't even think you need from that data. And all of this was done with the transformation. So we had more enhanced consumer insights, improved marketing strategies, cost efficiency, and then scalable and future ready. And what this means is that because you have somewhere where this information is being stored, you can make future plans on this data, and at the end of the day leads to high performance. So yeah, that's basically the conclusion from the project I worked on, and that's it over my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shakira. This is really mind-blowing. You guys really wowed me today. Honestly, if you had not come here, I wouldn't know the kind of projects you guys are working as consultants. It's really mind-blowing. Thank you for sharing your slide. So I'll just go over what Darren does, then I'll open the space for questions. So if you have a question for me or for them, you can write it down because your questions are going to be answered, okay? So I'll share my screen with you now. So for some persons that are into data and probably don't really understand, what data is, you don't understand which career you want to go into, data engineering or data analysis or data science. I always use this analogy to explain what data is. Okay. Now, if you want to understand the difference between a data scientist, a data engineer, and a data analyst, just give yourself this picture. Farming, if you understand how farming works, okay? So a data engineer is a person or the engineer that works on the tools you use in farming. Tractors, okay? Trucks used in carrying the goods after, you want to harvest it. All the tools you use in farming, that's exactly what data engineers do. They provide this data. They go into the pipeline to bring the data that a data science and a data analyst need to do their own job. Okay, so they are more like the engineer that gets all those tractors, all those tools for farming ready, okay, for the main farming process. Now, data science and data analyst, the pure difference is a data analyst more like, look at the past data. Okay, when you look at the past data, then the company analyze it. The company uses past data to, make business decisions. Okay, how many persons bought our ice cream yesterday? How many customers are buying vanilla ice cream? How many customers are buying more pizza than meat pie? That is basically what a data analyst do. He looks at the past data and, use it, analyze it, and give it to the business, and they use it to make their business decisions. Now, a data scientist, I'm trying to explain this to you so you understand for some persons that are confused, right? A data scientist, what a data scientist does is almost the same thing data analysts do, but in a different way. Instead of analyzing just the past data, they analyze the past data, they use it to predict the future. Okay, remember when we said data analytics, data engineering, and data science is the future of work. The reason they brought out that data, they analyze the data and they use to predict the future. So when you analyze data, you can predict, okay, if 5 people in our previous data, we've seen that, okay, more people are buying from us from Nigeria, or more people are getting more customers from Kenya, meaning that if we invest more money in this, okay, we can get 500 women buy from us from Kenya. Okay, we have more men buy from us from Nigeria. If we invest more money in ads in Nigeria, we'll have more men. Do you understand what I mean? If you understand what I mean, just give me a thumbs up. If you understand the difference now between a data scientist, a data engineer, and a data analyst, give me a thumbs up. Exactly. That's basically the difference. Now, these are the tools that they use in working. As a data analyst, you work with these tools, SQL, Power BI, ChatGPT is there, Excel is there. For data scientists, they work with SQL, they work with Python, AWS, Azure, and so on and so forth. Then for data engineer, I see that they are more like the more you go in, the deeper and the more tools and the more tech stack you work with. Sure, you understand? So for data analysts, they basically just use these tools to, analyze the past events, the past data. Data scientists use the AWS and SQL as well Python to predict the future. Why data engineer, they get into GitHub, they get into AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, because these are where they go to look for this data. It's like a pipeline. They look for the data to extract it so that the data scientists and the data analysts can use it to work. Okay? A lot of persons are saying, oh, there are no jobs in data analysis, or data jobs are clustered. Data jobs are already filled. The companies are not hiring data engineers. Companies are not hiring data scientists. The career is already, filled up. The career is already redundant. Now, you as a data analyst are going to apply for a job. You're applying for a job as just a data analyst, or as a data scientist, you're just looking for jobs that have description role data scientist. No, looking at this slide before you, you could see that as a data analyst, there's lots of this is just limited. We just gave you just a few. Okay, you're not limited to just applying for data analyst job. We have data analyst, logistics analyst, product analyst, operations analyst, business intelligence analyst. There are lots of jobs you can apply for. But you're shooting yourself on the leg when you're just going to apply for data analyst or only data science jobs or only data engineering role. While as a data engineer, you can be an AWS cloud engineer. You can be a data platform engineer, Azure cloud engineer, BI engineer and developer, data engineer, just name it. But a lot of persons don't have this information in their hands. When they are done with their boot camps or they gain their experience, they go ahead to just look for only jobs that have job role, data engineer. No, you have to do your research. You have to understand what you are doing. When it comes to data, it's inexhaustible. There are a lot of data jobs across different industries, and companies are looking for data engineers, data analysts, and data scientists to fill roles. Okay, now, how can Amdari help you? You've been applying for jobs, 200 jobs, 300 jobs, nobody's calling you. How can Amdari help you to land this job? As you can see from what our consultant has worked on, this is not hearsay. This is not, stories that we're telling. You could see evidently, these are the projects they worked on, and they are confident enough to present on this. They can speak on it. This is how you will speak in an interview where you have worked on real life projects. If you work on custom projects or projects you found online, okay, and they're asking you questions about a particular project on your CV, how confident are you to actually tell them this is what you've worked on, this is the recommendations you made, these are the findings, this is how the projects help this business? You will not be able to say that because you just worked on a capstone project. You did not work on real life project that actually speak to the business problems. Now, like I told you earlier, Amdari has business partners across different industries, tech startups across different industries, okay, that give us their unique data problems, both in data science problem, data engineering problem, data analytics problem, okay? So like you remember Abdusayo said, they work as a team. So there are projects you work as a team, there are projects you work on by yourself, okay? So the projects you work as a team, you come together, you and your team lead, you discuss the business problem, what are the tech stacks that are needed to solve this problem, what are the business tech stacks that are needed to solve this problem, and so on and so forth. Then you come as a team, you work on this project, and then you present. I'm sure that, please, if I may ask, right, Busayo, do you people present after you worked on your projects? Is this the first time? Is this your first time on projecting on presenting presenting projects, or this is you usually present projects for your team leads?
Yes. After the project, so we used to present. I think there is external supervisor, what do you call it? Yeah? So
exactly.
So it's within the consultant and the coach, the external people. So we present it, and they will correct us. Okay, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. That is how it's done.
Thank you. Now, as you can see, you are not working alone. I'm sure that maybe the last time Busayo handled projects PowerPoint, or the last time she worked on a slide, it's been long, right? But now, as an Amdari intern, you are able to work on slide, know how to work on slides, gradually build your confidence in presentation. You take in feedback. They tell you, okay, this is what you're doing wrong. This is not nice. Or, okay, you work on this. This is, if you do this, is better. Before you are done with your internship, you already brush yourself up. You can present, you can come on Google Meet, do some presentation, you can work on a slide. And as someone in a data profession or someone in data career, it is very important that you grow your presentation skill, because you cannot work on a project, work on a data, and then you don't know how to present this data to business owners, or you don't know how to present this data to key business owners or key decision makers in the company. Okay, and that is exactly what Amdari is giving to you. You work on these real life projects from our business partners, you present these problems, you evaluate on it, and you make recommendations. Like you can see, you saw when they were presenting, they had recommendations they made, because you need to understand the problem you are solving. You need to evaluate it, and then you understand from the data you've already collected, you can make recommendations. Busaya can recommend to you now, after working on her project, that, okay, PG, if you invest in PG stock, you will not have more loss. But if you invest in this stock, it is high risk, high gain, but PG could be low risk, low gain. Okay, as a beginner, she can exactly give this presentation to key decision makers, and they already understand how the data work and everything. Because also these key decision makers, they are not data professionals. They are not in the data career. It is on you as a data professional to extract this data, work on this data, and also present to them in a way they will understand. Okay, and that is exactly what Amdari is giving to you. Now, you're not just working on projects. We have a portfolio builder. So while you work on this project, you put it on your portfolio. I'm still going to show us. A lot of persons use money to host portfolio websites, but with Amdari, you're getting it for life. After you're done with your internship, for life, you're getting it. You can always come on there, put both your past experiences and projects you've been working as an intern. You fill it in there and share to different platforms. Okay. Moving forward, we make you employable. Tell me if you meet Saliu, Busayo, or Shakirat as a tech recruiter on their CV, or you see their portfolio, you wouldn't want to hire them, because they're working on real life projects, and Andari will make them employable. How do we make you employable? Okay, you start applying for jobs. At least 2 months, we expect to start applying for jobs. Call up your CV for us to help you revamp your CV. And trust me, when we say helping you revamp your CV, we don't mean revamping the CV by ourselves, because we don't believe in doing everything for you. Because when you leave Amdari, we expect that after you've gotten your first job and you want to go for another job, you should understand how to work on your CV in a way that it will speak to the recruiter. So we don't want you to, when you spoon feed a baby, okay, too much, the baby will not know how to feed themselves. You have to give a baby the spoon to feed themselves as much as they can till they are very competent in feeding themselves, right? That is exactly what Amdari does. You revamp your CV, you bring it, we review it, we make corrections, you go back and do it again until you understand exactly what you need. We can tell you, okay, this is okay, right? Now that your CV is okay, the way you revamped it is okay. By that way, you don't have to pay anybody money to revamp your CV in future. You already understand what tech recruiters are looking for. You already understand how to make your CV presentable, how to work on your CV, what you should add, what you should not add, how to put numbers in your CV so that tech recruiters could see that what you worked on, there are numbers, okay, that you're actually impacting the business problem. I'll give you an example. There are persons that write their CV in the format that is only in words. I am competent in using SQL. I'm competent in using Python. But the real way to revamp your CV, to make your CV speak to the real business problem, to speak to actually what you've worked on, is to say, I have used Python to work on so-and-so project and derive so-and-so data that help the business make 30% gain or 20% gain, or may help the business to get 50% customer or retain 20% customer. That is exactly how they want to see it, not just telling stories. You're putting in numbers. Okay, they can see, okay, in this business, you're able to increase 50% gain or increase 50% revenue or 20% customers were improved from this particular project you worked on. That is how we help you revamp your CV. We don't do it for you. We work with you to revamp your CV. Now, LinkedIn. We help you optimize your LinkedIn. A lot of persons have switched career. Maybe you were into customer service before, or you are into operations, and you switch career to data analysis, data engineering. But when we go on your LinkedIn, you are applying for a job, and your LinkedIn link is on your CV. Okay, tech recruiters will go to your LinkedIn, and your LinkedIn is still speaking that you are a customer service person, a career that you've already left. They won't take you serious. Okay, we help you optimize your LinkedIn, because when your LinkedIn is well optimized, you put your portfolio link there. It's speaking to the business and the career that you're currently in, the career that you actually want to go in. Okay, they see it as someone that is serious. And trust me, recruitment process is very difficult. That tech recruiters go on LinkedIn to look for candidates, especially when they've skimmed through CVs, 200 CVs. If you have applied for job recently, you must have seen that there are some companies who apply for job, and it looks like, okay, they've stopped receiving applications. After like 1 month or 2 months, you see that same particular role being reposted on LinkedIn. Do you know what happened? Is that they've gone through the application process, recruitment process. They are not finding competent candidates. So most tech recruiters, they prefer to come online, to just randomly scroll on LinkedIn and look for candidates. Or they will tell some persons to please recommend for me someone you feel like is competent. They are just trying to reduce workload for them. It is very difficult. Okay. So imagine your LinkedIn is optimized and it speaks to what you're doing. And all the projects you've worked on, your portfolio, everything is on point. And once you drop the projects you worked on your page, tech recruiters will come to your profile, they look at it. There are a lot of persons that have gotten jobs like this. They send them DMs. Oh, I saw your profile. We have so and so role. They send you the job description and everything and ask you if you would like to apply. Send me your CV. They fix interview dates with you and you have interview. But a lot of persons don't know that. You think the story that people are always telling on LinkedIn, they're just cooking it up. People are getting jobs on LinkedIn just by sitting in their house. They're not even applying. People are hunting for them because of the way their profile appears to tech recruiters. Now, you also have mentors, like Busayo mentioned to you. We have external mentors. There are mentors that have over 8 years experience in that role that you're going into as an intern. Okay, they mentor you in how to be successful in that particular role, either a data engineer, a data science, a data analyst. You also have career coaches. Now, this is the very important part, interview prep session. As you can see, Busayo, Saliu, and Shikura, if they come tomorrow and they are called them for interview, do you think that they will have like less confidence in speaking for what they've worked on? With what you've seen today in their presentation, do you believe that they will have difficulties in explaining or selling themselves to tech recruiters? Definitely not, because all the projects they've worked on, they're able to present it. We have external people when they're presenting. Gradually, I'm sure the first time they did presentation, their voice will probably shaking. They don't understand how to present or work on slides. But now, before they will finish their internship, they have already built that confidence. They go to interview, they can speak boldly, speak to what they've worked on, sell themselves, convince tech recruiter, this is what I worked on, this is what the problem was, this is the solution, and this is my recommendation. Tell me if you're a tech recruiter, you will not employ any of them. So we're not just giving you technical skills, strong technical skills. That's not only thing you are learning with Amdare. You're also gaining soft skills because you are also working as a team. You're working with some cross-functional team members, software engineers, business analysts, front-end engineers, project managers, and product managers. There are some projects that they work in a cross-functional form. So when tomorrow you're in an interview and they ask you a scenario-based question, okay, what was the time you had difficulties with your colleague? What would you say? If you only had a capstone project in your CV and you go for an interview and they ask you this kind of question, what exactly are you going to answer? Because the reason tech recruiters answer these questions because they want to understand your soft skill. They want to know if you have what do you call it, problem solving skills. How do you collaborate and relate with your fellow colleagues? How do you communicate among teams? And that is exactly what Amdare is also giving you. Now, for those that are not in Nigeria, or if you're in Nigeria at all, you're going to be getting 2 years international reference letter because Amdare is registered in Canada and in UK. So you're applying for jobs and they're asking you for reference letter from a company in UK or Canada. Okay. As an intern, you are getting 2 years reference letter from Amdare. And also you'll be getting an on-the-job support. When you've gotten the job, let's say Busaya tomorrow have what difficulties analyzing the data, she can always go back to her career coaches and mentors, okay, to help her in some issues or roadblocks she has found herself while working in that company. So we don't just leave you, okay? Now, what about the projects you're working on? you're not working on just a particular project. You're working on projects across different industries. They're here. You can ask them. Okay, there are projects that some logistics company, like you saw Busaya work on projects that has to do with stock exchange, right? We have business partners across different industries: finance, e-commerce, FMCG, name it. So the projects you're working on is not just one particular project. You're working on projects across different industries. What does this do for you? So let's say Busayo, as a data scientist, did an intern only in a stock market. She will only be restricted to either finance companies and stock market companies. That's the only places she'll probably apply for jobs, because most times when you go to LinkedIn and you see job descriptions, you'll see that they're always looking for people that come from a particular industry. You are competent in this, you're competent in that, but they're looking for someone that has prior experience in FMCG, someone that has prior experience in fintech, someone that has prior experience, what do you call it, e-commerce. Now, if you're someone that, let's assume that Dari internship is just one project you're working on in only one industry. What that does is for you is that you're just going to be applying for one industry and you'll be restricted to other job roles, even though you know you can do them. But the fact that you've only had experience in one industry, it restricts you to that particular industry, right? But with Dari and the projects you're working on across multiple industries, you're not restricted. You can apply to logistics and supply chain because you've worked on the project. You can apply to financial institution because you've worked on that kind of projects during your internship. And that is what Dari brings for you, okay? Now, I'm going to be quick. We have our January cohort, our March and April cohorts currently open, okay? And this is how the internship runs: 3 months and 6 months. Like before, when the Busayo joined, it was just 6 months. Now we divide into 3 months and 6 months. And trust me, the prices Busayo and Saliu and Co and Shekirat paid for this internship is not the price they are seeing now. If I'm telling you the truth, Busayo and Shakira, give me a thumbs up. It's not the same price, okay? When they registered for their consult, exactly, it's not the same price. It has gone up, okay? And because for the virtue of joining this session, okay, we have a discount for you. If you're going for the 3-month work experience internship, you'll be registering with $300, discount of $100, because $400 is the original price. If you're going for 6 months work experience internship, it's $500, discount of $200. Trust me, you can secure your spot now and start in March or start in April. Because if you don't secure your spot, trust me, I will not guarantee that in the next month you will see the same price. Because trust me, them that have worked on this project, that have registered like in January or registered in December or registered last month, they didn't register with this amount. So it is going up. But we have a discount now, so you can actually take the discount, take advantage of the discount and secure your spot. So I'm going to walk us through the payment platform so we understand how to make payment in case you want to secure your spot now, right? Now, this is how the payment works. My colleagues are going to be dropping the payment link on the chat. So when you click on the chat, it's going to bring you here, okay? So if you want to go for data science, data engineering, data analysis, whichever one you want to go for, 3 months or 6 months, whichever you prefer. Now I'm going to click data science 6 months, okay? You choose your preferred internship. You click on secure your internship, and then it will take you to this slide, to this page, okay? All right. Here, you're going to see a drop-down button at the top right. So this is where you choose the currency you want to pay for. If you're in Kenya, you choose the currency you want to pay for. Either you want to pay in dollar, you want to pay in naira, you want to pay in whatever currency, whatever country you're in. So this is where you pay. So I assume you want to pay in pounds. You want to use pounds to pay, right? You select it. And then you come on here, you go down. You could see, like I said, our internship is limited. We don't accept too many consultants because we like to give you the best experience, and this discount is limited to only specific number of persons, okay? So as you can see here, this is 19 seats available for data science for the 6 months internship. So it's better if you want to secure your spot now, you secure your spot, because once the role is filled up, the seat is filled up, we no longer taking discount for this particular internship. We used to have project management and HR analysis and financial analysis, but they are filled up. They're already filled. So that's the reason why you can't even find it again. We are not open for it for now because it's already filled up with people that have registered. Now, if you want to go for the 6 months internship, like I said, you have the leverage of paying in 5 installments, which is pounds, and then you come on here and you click secure your internship. Okay, now it's going to show you the due date of your repayment, how the payment structure looks like, and then you click proceed. So please don't forget, there is a link on the chat. Fill in your attendance form, okay? If you want to get the recording of this session today, fill in your attendance form. So when you come in here, you fill in your details, and then when you click next, you put your card details and make payment. Now, on the most important part of this session, okay, after you've made payment, it is going to bring you back to this previous page that we came in, the first page you came in. This is very important because this is where you tell us which career internship you want to enroll for and which cohort you want to join. So you come here, you click payment registration form, okay? It's not going to take 2 minutes. You fill this form. It is very important to fill this form, please. After making payment, it is very important to fill the form. You come in here and just fill the details here, your first name, your last name, registration, your country of residence and your current status, then your phone number, okay? And then you go to next. All right. So here, this is where you choose which internship you are interested in. So if you are going for data analysis or data engineering, I will assume you want to go for data engineering. We also have cyber security for those that want to go into SOC analysis, ethical hacking, governance, risk and compliance, business analysis. You can also secure your spot. Okay. You click on which internship you want to go for, upload a screenshot of your payment, either the email that was sent to you after you made payment or your debit. Okay. And then you tell us the name of the account and then you go to next. Now, this is the part that you tell us which cohort you want to join. So I assume you're probably very busy and you want to be joining us for March or April and you want to join us in May, but you want to secure your spot so that you don't have to pay extra in the next coming month in case the price increase, okay? You come on here, you select, you want to join us in May, just select May, okay? And then you tell us how you found out Amdari and what influenced your decision, and you submit. Very simple, very quick, very easy. It will not take you more than 2 minutes to, fill up this form after you make your payment. Okay, so I'm going to be opening the space for questions. If you have questions for me, you go ahead and ask your questions now. After the questions, I'm going to show us the portfolio builder and the job board that we have. We have an embedded job board on Amdari platform where you go to find remote jobs and apply. Okay, so if you have questions for me, Ola Dimeji has questions, so you can unmute your mic and ask your question. Hi, Ola Dimeji. Please, if you've not filled the attendance form, don't forget to fill the attendance form so we can send you the recordings of this session today. Hi, Ola Dimeji. Okay, I don't think Ola Dimeji is ready. I'm going to call up the next person, which is, hold on, I'm taking it by one. All right, Kenneth Appiah, you can ask your questions.
Okay, so my question is, I tried the website and I realized that the WhatsApp contact number there is not working, like it's not on WhatsApp. That's what it said. It's not on WhatsApp. And the second thing is, on the program websites for the 6 month and the 3 month data science, data analytics, it says in the description that there's a opportunity for a 2-year work experience reference.
Yes, I mentioned it.
I want to know if it's the same for the 3 months and for the 6 months.
Yes. For the 3 months and the 6 months, you're getting 2 years reference letter, okay? The only difference between the 3 months internship and the 6 months internship is that you'll be having limited projects in 3 months because most of our projects take 1 week, 2 weeks. You understand what I mean? So that means in 3 months, you won't be working as much projects as someone who is going for 6 months internship.
Is that specifically like designed like that for the program, or if somebody is fast enough to go for more projects? What do you think?
No, it's not about being fast enough. It's about project timing. So if in a real work setting, okay, remember you use Trello or Jira, use Agile method for your projects, okay? Every day you have a particular thing you're doing, okay? Some projects last for 1 week, some projects last, so we cannot really say, like I said, it's a real life project from business partners. Okay. So if you are lucky and the projects are fast, you could work on more projects, but I guarantee you with 6 months, you can get up to 8 to 9 projects you work on before you're done, which means that it will be helping you get more experience in different industries. But if you do 3 months, it will be like maybe you will have like maybe 5 projects or 4 projects or 6 projects in that 6 different industries.
All right.
That's
And
just
what's the deadline for the May? Is it May cohort?
for the March cohort.
Yeah, the
The
March
deadline
cohort.
is actually Monday
Monday. Okay.
because we are already in March, so this month
Yeah.
has already ended.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah,
All right.
Monday is
Thank
the
you.
deadline. Thank you. So are you securing your spot?
Definitely. I'll try to reach out, but I was trying if I could use the WhatsApp number. I tried it yesterday and it didn't go through. So
Okay, I think you should save it and then refresh your WhatsApp again.
okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if that is not able to go through, which other route can I reach out?
Fill the form that is dropped that was dropped on the session or the comment
Okay.
chats, the chats, right?
All right.
Yeah, fill the form, fill your
Okay.
details on it. And don't forget the slots is limited. Like you saw, we have 19 seats remaining for data science. So it depends. So by Monday, if it's filled up, then you may not be getting the discount.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Hi, Ebra. All right. Hi, Abraham Toby. You can unmute your mic and ask a question.
Hi. Thank you for this. I'm sure you can hear me, right?
Loud and
All
clear.
right. So I just want to ask something that I mean the training, yeah, is it a CPD is it CPT certified?
This is not a training, it's an internship.
Okay.
It's not an edtech company, it's an internship.
But are we going to get like a certification after that?
No, you're going to get a work reference letter when you get a job and they're asking you for a reference letter from a company you work with, okay? For 2
Okay.
years.
All right, that's good. Okay.
So are you enrolling? Which data or which career do you want to enroll for?
Basically, I'm on the page right now. I just want to fill up my information, but I'm just trying to read because I have a master's in data science, and I've got skills in data science, but the problem I'm having is um I don't have any experience. I mean, project experience, which I feel like this would be a very good one for me. Yeah. So I will fill it up, but I would still like to just hear from someone and ask a whole lot of questions. I don't want to ask a lot of questions on here,
Okay.
so I don't disturb. Yeah.
Um, my colleague is going to be dropping the Calendly link on the chat. So you can book a session with us, a
Okay.
one-on-one session with us, okay?
Okay. But I want to ask
All right.
about the payment plan. Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
done monthly or we have to do it just so if I want to go for 6 months, can I pay like 6 months installments?
No, 6 months internship is 5 installments. Then 3 months internship is 3 installments.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the 6 months is $500. So 5 installments, 100, 5 months. So before you're
Okay.
done with your internship, yeah.
All right. Okay, that's fair.
So
All
are you
right, thank
securing your
you.
spots today?
Yeah, yeah, I will do that. I will do that. I will do that, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to fill the form, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Bolutife Grace. You can unmute your mic
Hello.
and ask the
Yeah.
question. Hi.
Yes. So I think you answered a little bit of my question with the other person, but let me clarify. Does this experience entail learning, or it's just you having a level of expertise and just working on projects all the way?
Okay, we expect you have basic knowledge of the career you're going into. Okay, we don't teach, but then we have some crash courses. There are persons that have gone through boot camps that have worked on some capstone projects. Okay, maybe a few years ago, and knowledge is already rusty. Okay, so when you come in, we have a crash course too. We help you refresh your memory. Okay, but then if you don't have any knowledge, zero knowledge of what you're coming into, you don't have you have zero knowledge of data analysis, zero knowledge of data science or data engineering or whatever tech career that we're offering that you want to go into, it is not for you. you will need to go and acquire the knowledge. Either you go online, acquire the knowledge, or you can apply through one of our business partner, Data Analyst. They are an tech company, so you can go through them and learn the skill, gain the knowledge, and then come for your internship. So we are expected that you have like basic knowledge of what you're going into. You understand how the tools work. You must have used it to like work on some capstone projects, okay? Because we expect that as an intern, someone who is looking to land a job, we don't want to micromanage you. Okay, you have persons that you meet when you like hit a roadblock during your projects. They will help you out. Okay, but it's expected that you start learning to work by yourself. That way, you build your skill in working independently. Like we said, these are what tech recruiters are looking for: someone that can work independently. Okay,
Yeah,
so
thank
yeah,
you.
that
Thank you.
exactly. So, have you gained any tech career do you want to go into?
Yeah, I'm looking into data analytics. I have a level of experience. However, I have a level of knowledge, but we're looking for the experience, and that's what matters now.
Okay, you're looking for the experience now. Okay, okay. So that means you went through boot camp, so you learned online.
Come again?
You went through a boot camp.
Yes, I did.
Okay, nice. Exactly. That's the next thing is for you to gain experience so you grow your technical skills, right?
Yeah.
So are you securing your spot today, Balu?
Yeah, probably for April. Yeah, not much.
Okay, just you can secure your spot now and go on that form and fill April. Choose April, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, let me call the next person. Olayinka Jeoba. Jaye Oba. Sorry, I hope I did not murder your name. Olayinka, you can unmute your mic and speak. Okay. Hi, Olayinka. All right.
Hello.
Are you speaking, Olayinka?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
Hi. So, I just completed my master's in AI for business, and I have um, experience in data science. And my question is, do you have like a tutor for natural language process, like built-in chatbots and like applications just based on large language models?
Okay, that question is for the professionals. You will have to book a one-on-one session with us, okay? Because I will only I don't know if the interns are still here. They could tell us if they have such system or if they worked on something like that. I think they've left. Busayo, do you have a system like that? Have you worked on AI projects?
We have not worked on AI projects yet, but I believe that if you're a data scientist, we are working on real life projects. Any project that they have for us, they put it to us and work on it. But for now, we have not worked on
Done that one.
that one.
Okay. So there's a possibility of that. Like I said, we have business partners across different industries. So it depends on what work is available at the moment. They bring it to us, then the consultants work on it. Do you understand? So I can't really say.
All right. And also the governance risks and compliance, is it based on the data or what is it about?
That's cybersecurity personnel. You know, cybersecurity have this three main parts. So yeah, either you want to go for as a SOC analyst, you want to become an ethical hacker, or you want to fixate yourself on governance, risk, and compliance. Those are cybersecurity career experience.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was based on data. All right. That was all.
No.
Thanks.
Okay, so are you going to be securing your spots?
Yeah, I will. Next week before the deadline on Monday.
Okay, all right.
Cheers.
For data science, all right. I'm looking forward to onboarding you next week because our cohort is starting this March 8th. Okay. All right.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second.
All
Planning
right.
not in March, but I want to start probably April.
Okay, you can still secure your spots. Like I showed us earlier, you go ahead and fill the form and click on the cohort you would like to join. Okay. So once you secure your spots, you can join when you're ready.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
All right. Hi, Mohammed Haruna. You can unmute your mic and speak. Hi, Mohammed. Okay, Mohammed is not speaking. Kenneth, do you still have questions? Kenneth, up here.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, your hands are still up. That's why I asked. All right. Haruna Muhammad. Oh, sorry, I called you Mohammed. Muhammad Haruna. Do you have questions? You can unmute your mic and speak. Hi, Muhammad. If you're speaking, we cannot hear you. Unmute your mic. All right. Hi, Samuel. Do you have questions for me? Ola Dimeji Samuel. Hi, Samuel. If you are speaking, we cannot hear you. Unmute your mic. Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. It's quite actually what an amazing night. Uh, I was actually introduced to this training by my boss at work, and
Oh,
he's actually based in overseas. So it has actually been quite interesting because I've actually been around these professionals, but I've not actually taken my time to, actually engage them to know what this is all about. And I think tonight has actually been an eye opener, has exposed me so much into some of some of them seems to be like jargons to me, like what was all this? But I was I head on to my heart, like I'm gonna learn this thing. Like I was determined that I'm still gonna listen to the end, and it has been. But I would just like you to be patient with me, and maybe to keep following, because I think I will need to gain the knowledge first before the
oh,
experience. Yeah,
okay.
because I believe so.
Okay.
So let me take it one step after the other. But I
All
think
right.
from now, I've already filled the form, so I will subscribe to the institute. So from there, I can keep following you and letting you know my plans and my decision.
No problem. So we look forward to having you on board in tech career. So go ahead and get your training, and then we're always here for
Hello,
you.
good
Okay.
evening.
Hi, Mahama.
Good evening. Please, I want to know whether the training will be face to face or it will be online.
That's a very smart question. So I've been waiting for someone to ask me that question. I intentionally left it out. So the training is a remote apprenticeship virtual experience. Okay. As you can see, Busayo is different place. Saliu is a different place. Shakirat is a different place. There are persons that are in UK, US, Ireland, Canada. So they join us from different locations. Okay. It's a virtual experience. So when you come in, you are in a team, okay, and you have a team lead. So most of them, like you see, Busayo, they have some meetings, so they have stand-up meetings in either twice a week or 3 times a week, depending on what they have agreed. Okay, so it's a very flexible internship. Okay, um, most of our consultants have their 9 to 5s. Saliu, Busayo, they have their jobs they are doing. This is not what they are doing full time. Okay. So what we only tell our consultants is should at least dedicate at least 2 hours every day to work on the projects you have at hand. So they have
All right.
meetings, they have Slack where they interact. Okay. So it is very, very
Okay.
flexible and it's virtual. Yes.
So will you get actual projects and work on, and how will the supervision be? And when you when you complete the project, how will you get your you say a reference letter? Yeah. So how will it be delivered to
Okay.
you?
Okay. All right. You can mute your mic, let me speak. So your class, you have a class. Okay, Busayo wants to answer. Busayo, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Concerning the reference letter, anywhere you heard it is online. I've collected one last week from Amdari within
Nice.
less than 2 days. Let me say 2 days. So it was dropped on my email. So and I use it for what I wanted to use it for. So there's no barrier on that at all at all. I was in Lagos. Some of my colleagues they are in US, they are in UK. So That distance is not a barrier. Anything you want, you are going to get it promptly on your mail, on your email.
Thank
I
you,
think I
Busayo, for
answer your
that.
prayer, your questions.
Haruna, did Busayo answer your question? You are hearing from
Yeah,
the
thank you.
consultant. Exactly. So which data career do you want to apply for, Haruna?
Data engineering.
Okay.
I'm craving for it.
So are you going to secure your spot tonight or when?
Currently, I'm working on project, and the project will end on October, and it's time demanding. So I'm still working around how I will get a time and apply to it. So
Okay.
currently, I'm a little bit tight, but I'll be on the page.
Okay, no problem. We'll be looking to have you on board. All right. Hi, Florence.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
Good evening, house.
Yeah, welcome.
I am Busaya's colleague. So I just want to reiterate what she said and to speak to Oladimeji Samuel. I went to Tenalytics. It's a good place.
Wow.
You see, when you hear from people who have been there and back, I guess it will help you take your decision. If you have the time and the capacity to do it, and you have people who are encouraging you to do it right now, take the leap and don't wait for tomorrow. Then the internship is very, very good. You have projects from the board. We have the website, the Amdari website. You are exposed to several projects. You'll be tired. I can tell you from experience. You can't consume everything they have for you in the time and space they have given you. Sometimes we ask for extension such that we can meet up, because we have individual jobs that we're doing. We are business people, we are students rounding up our programs, we are different kind of people at different levels all over the world. But we want to get this experience, add to our portfolio and take to the next level. So you're not able to dedicate 8 hours a day to this project, to this internship. I can tell you, if you even give 8 hours a day, it will not be sufficient for what you are going to be exposed to. So sometimes you have to sleep late just to meet up, because like my colleague Busayo, she did a presentation. A time will come when everybody will try to showcase what they have learned over time. Today is Busayo's, tomorrow will be another person's. It could be you, Oladimeji Samuel. So it is an opportunity for you people to take. Now, when you come from certain places, you get 2 years experience. That is what the employer is looking for. They want to hand over the job to you, but they want to be sure you can handle it. So when you have the experience, peradventure you have been to Tenalytics and back, and you have an opportunity like Amdari to brushing up the places that are still rough, you can present yourself. They will prepare you for an interview. They will relate with you as if you guys are in a contractual, it's actually a contractual relationship, and hand you over to your next boss. So you can always feedback at them. Say, guys, I have this. What can I do about it? These people are okay. I don't know them physically. I don't have their direct phone numbers.
Wow.
I don't have their emails directly. But we have team leads that we go through. We have different ways of reaching them. So let's brace up, Africans. These people are here for us. They are interested in Africans. So Africans, please consume this. It's for us. Thank you very much.
Wow, I am speechless. Like this is thank you so much, Florence. Thank you so much. I can't even, I don't even know what to say anymore. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. You are hearing from the consultants themselves. Like my heart feel that you guys are gaining your gaining what you paid for. You're gaining quality, you're gaining the right thing, and you're gaining the right knowledge, and you're already prepared for the next level ahead. I'm very, very happy that you're enjoying what you're doing. Hi, Oba Adelore. You can unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Oba, your voice is very low. We cannot hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Speak a little bit louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, thank you for the session today. I just wanted to ask about the one-on-one CV review and one-on-one LinkedIn optimization. Is it going to be you talk to us, or is it like, because I saw something about Talent Loop as well? Is it different from that?
Yeah, talent loop is different. Talent loop is you've acquired, like now you've acquired your skills. So let's assume you're done with Amdare. Okay, there's some persons that are busy, like you can see, most of them are career switchers. Okay,
Yeah.
they're probably busy, they don't have time to sit down and start applying for jobs. So talent loop is where they can help you apply for jobs. They look for, like, you're in UK, they have um paid website that they are in, where they see sponsorship jobs and all that. So they can help you look for those jobs. That is talent loop is different. Okay.
Yeah.
Then but this one is RAVE, remote apprenticeship virtual experience, where you gain strong technical skills and soft skills when we make you employable for you to be able to land your first job in tech.
Yeah, no problem. Then last question: the online portfolio builder, is it going to be like our own personal website or something like that?
Exactly. It's going to be your own personal website. So I'm going to show you the online portfolio builder now. I'm sharing my slide.
Okay.
So this is it. So you can share your portfolio across any platform, okay? As you can see here. Now, this is how your portfolio appears, okay? Your name, a brief description of yourself, your picture, just normal portfolio. As you can see, all these links you're seeing, X and Instagram, right? No, sorry, this is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
X and LinkedIn. If you click on it, it can take you to my LinkedIn or my X. Yes, once I have my link on it. If you click on it, I share this my portfolio to you. Click on it, it takes you to my LinkedIn or it takes you to my X. Okay. And this is how the portfolio is. Even if you also click on contact me, it's going to show you these things, right? So I've not really put my contact info. You can see my LinkedIn link, my X, my email address, the country I am in. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here you can see how many years of experience you have. So it's not just about the projects you can put in here. You can put in projects that you've worked on or your previous career, your previous experience. You can import them. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Let me click on edit. Sorry. Let me click on hold on. Let me click on, what do I want to click on now? Years of experience. Hold on. I'm going to show you how it is done. So you can import your skills and your previous work. So because a lot of persons are career switchers, you're not going to be throwing your, the skills you had away, because if you throw it away and then you go to apply for jobs, it's going to look like you're just what they will give you is basic entry level roles. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you probably have 10 years experience in your previous career. So all we have to help you do when we are revamping CV with you is to make those your transferable skills, speak to the role you're applying for. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We'll make it speak to that particular career you are in so that they can see that, okay, this is the transferable skill that can actually help you excel in this new career you have got into, not to just throw it away entirely. Okay.
Okay.
Now here, as you can see here, sorry, trying to hold on. So this is the portfolio builder. If you click here now, you can see X, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. You can also copy your link and put it on your LinkedIn profile. You have gone to some people's LinkedIn profile and see the link of their portfolio at the top of their, exactly. You can click this link here and save your portfolio there, or you put it on your CV so that tech recruiters can click on it. Electronic CV, those ones you send via PDF, right?
Yeah.
You can share it on your WhatsApp, you can share it on LinkedIn. Okay. Now, here, you can actually add your GitHub for those that have worked on some projects and it's saved on the GitHub, okay? You can link your GitHub here. You can link your GitHub on this space here. So your former projects, maybe you are a data analyst, you've done some capstone projects, but it's not on normal, on your normal laptop, it's on a website. You can always link those websites here. So when they come to your portfolio, they can have access to all the projects you've worked on, all your previous experiences, the tools that you're competent in. You see how they float in, right? This is how it appears. This is your contacts, your email address and everything, right? Then the projects you've worked on is going to come in here. I've not put them in, right? So if I click on it, hold on, let me see if I can I'll be able to show you guys how it works. I need to edit my profile. I've not been able to do that. So this is your portfolio. And then I click on this. So all you just need is click on every headline. You just fill in the space, your profile, you update it, okay? Once you're done updating it, you come down, you click on your About You, you update it, right? And then you come down, you add the projects you've worked on. You see, you can put the project headline and then you update it. So it's very, very simple. It's not very difficult to do. It's not very difficult to do. Here you click on, you can select the specialists, the specializations that you are competent in, right? So let's assume you're a data analyst, and obviously as a data analyst, you can do market analysis, enterprise analysis, and all that. So this is where you fill it in, okay? All you just have to do is just click on this plus sign. Click on this plus sign. It's going to bring out options for you. As a data engineer, you are good in cloud engineering. You click on it, okay? Once you click on it, it updates on that page, right? And you can easily remove anyone. Just delete and to remove straight up. Very simple. Yeah, this is the portfolio builder. Now look at these tools right here. When you want to add tools, you click on this place. You can select the tool you are competent in. And when I say, okay, I'm competent in Excel, they give you percentage. How many percentage competence do you have? If you are 50% competent in it, okay, you can tell them, okay, 50% I can work independently, have to, but I may need help. If you are very, very good with Excel, you can increase your percentage. Do you understand? They need to see the percentage competency that you have. That is exactly how we made it in a way that they don't even have to ask you so many questions. They already see your portfolio. It's just for you to sell yourself during the interview, okay? For this experience, you can see, if I click on this experience, you put in all the experiences you've had, both your previous career and the current one you are doing, and all the projects you've done, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically how it works. Now, like I said, we have a job board portfolio, job board. So we have this, our job board is embedded platform, right? From LinkedIn, Simply Hire, Flex Job, Career Builder. We brought in all remote jobs across all this career experience that we have. Okay, you don't have to go on LinkedIn and start looking for jobs and all that. Once you start with us, we expect that you start applying for jobs. Like you see, it updates every day. So you can come in here and click data scientists or data science, right? So you can see these jobs now. Different locations. This one is Montreal College information. Different locations, Toronto, Canada. Different locations, the amount is there. Everything, every description is there. All you have to do is click on it, check the description, apply for jobs, as you can see. Okay. So you see this one, London, different countries, because when it comes to tech, you're not restricted to a particular country. You're not restricted to UK. You're not restricted to Nigeria. You can apply for any jobs across different industries. That is the reason why people want to go into tech, to be able to have flexibility of working for a lot of companies in their different career, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So do you have any other question for me?
No, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what tech career are you going? What's data career or
data science
career internship you want to go for? Data science. Okay. Are you going to be securing your spots today?
I'd already done that already.
Oh, that was fast. That was fast. Okay. All right. Adelore. Okay, done. All right. Thank you for joining us. So you're joining us in March, right?
Yeah.
Or April?
March.
Okay. Don't forget to fill in the form, all right?
I've done everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's super fast. All right. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
All right. So if you have more questions for me, please ask us. I would like us to ask me questions. Ask me questions, okay? Raise up your hand and ask me questions. George. Hi, George. Do you have questions for me? You've been quiet. Hi, George.
Quiet and has been eating.
Hello.
Hi, George.
hello. Yeah, I'm just eating all the time, But I'm trying to listen to what's going on.
Okay, so you don't have questions for me. So when are you enrolling? What tech career are you enrolling for? When are you joining us?
Yeah, data analyst.
Okay, so when are you joining us?
On 8th March.
8th March. So have you secured your spot?
Yes, one thing is I'm a troublesome person. You understand? So what you said, that's what I want to see. I'm not coming for
Definitely.
lectures. I know a lot of lectures.
Okay.
I know a lot of places. We are coming to do this is like a practical thing.
Yes, as you can see from our consultant that presented,
Yeah,
you heard from
yeah,
their
yeah,
mouths exactly.
yeah. So I'm just waiting to see.
All right. So have you filled the
Whenever
form?
I receive any message regarding to there's gonna be a seminar or something, I'll try to involve myself, come and listen what's going on and all those things, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you just pay now?
Sorry?
Did you
No,
just secure your spot now?
no, I've done it already.
Oh,
Yeah, I've done it somewhere
before
that
now.
somewhere
Okay,
last week or early
okay.
this week or something. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi. All right. Alawode, do you have questions for me? Iyanu Olua, ask me your question.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Well, for me, I'm still on the learning process. So I just saw the link this evening and decided to at least hear for myself, and it has been quite informative. So I think I'm looking forward to. I don't know how to like bring in this time for the internship, but at least for the next few months, I'm trying to brush up.
Okay.
So yeah, and
Okay.
I intend to go into data science. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll be glad to have you on board. So you can brush up yourself and come back to us. So please don't forget to fill in the form. Please, guys, if you've not filled in the form, please do it so we can send you the recording of this session. Okay. Please fill in the form on the chat. You will see the link on the chat. Fill in the form. Hi, Kobe Gazi. Do you have questions for us? All right. So I don't think any other person has questions. So if you're yet to secure your spots, please do, because all right, Abraham, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I'm trying to make payment and after then go to the form you said, but I can't locate that form. If you can just put me through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will show you. When you click on the link, that payments link, right? The
Yeah.
first page, let me show you here. This first page right here, payments registration form. Can you see my cursor?
Oh, I think this is so different from what I have here. So what's the is it not mainstack.store, right?
Mainstack.me @amdari mainstack.me/amdari -rave. Please, my colleague is going to drop it on the chat. You're going to click on
Okay.
it again. Yeah, when you click on it to bring it to this page, just see payment registration form and fill your form. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I don't think we have any other question. Nobody's asking me any other question. So we're going to be calling it a day. Thank you all for gracing the session. I enjoyed the process. Thank you to the consultants, the interns. You guys blew my mind today. Thank you for joining this session. I am very, very happy to host you. Abraham, do you still have questions?
Oh no.
Your hands are raised. All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
So if you've not filled the form, please kindly fill the form so that you can get the link to the recording of this. Thank you,
yeah.
Samuel. You're welcome. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And for those that get to register, don't forget to register because this slot is very, very limited. So you take advantage of the discount. Bye. Good night.
Yeah, bye. Have a good weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye.